compilation of some Marxist professors and some of the outrageous headlines recently. So let's just play a little clip that you did here.
Texas A&M professor asks, when is it okay to kill whites? New York professor says having a white nuclear family promotes white supremacy. Professor tweets that white people should commit mass suicide. College professor says kill cops, kill all white people, and kill the straights. Professor says all I want for Christmas is white genocide. Georgetown professor says all white people are racist. Trinity College professor calls white people inhuman. Let them fucking die. College professor says believing in hard work is a white ideology. College professor says white people are conditioned to commit mass murder. A professor equates math with white privilege. A professor says white supremacist patriarchy is responsible for the Vegas shooting. Professors hold a white racism course at FGCU. USC professor calls for Holocaust against all white people. Professor says I'll teach my children to be cautious and distrust friendship with white people. Baltimore professor says white people need to personally give all of their money to black people. College professor says some white people may have to die to solve racism. College professor says white masculinity is a problem for America. Georgetown professor says all white people are racist. Rutgers professor was taken to the NYC hospital for psychiatric evaluation after he tweeted threatening to kill white people. White professor calls all white people to mass suicide because of slavery. Here's a slide from a college classroom that says white tears on a mug. Here's another slide from a college classroom that says white people stay colonizing. White privilege does exist. Bigfoot, unicorns, reverse racism, what do they all have in common? Stating that reverse racism isn't real. Y'all white people are dangerous. The horror story says white people are a plague to the planet. Here's one that says white people are crazy. And finally, how white people plagued society.
Now, these are just a few. I have a couple other ones here. You know, the All I Want for Christmas is White genocide professor. You mentioned that one earlier. He was rehired by NYU. You knew that was going to happen. But there was a Texas University paper that printed white people are an abomination. I did a video about that. University of New Mexico professor said racism is a white people problem. And the only good white identity is one that constantly criticizes white people. Hunter College offered students an abolition of whiteness course. Evergreen State College had a day of absence observance. Remember that, when they asked the white people to stay off the campus? And I think there was one teacher who didn't, and then he was viciously attacked and had to actually quit. There was a Hawaii professor demanding the college to stop hiring white cis men. MIT formed a white accountability group. St. John's College in Santa Fe had a study group to talk about the depravity of white people. I mean, we could just go on and on. Florida campus, you mentioned, had offered a course on white racism, and that was in response to the "It's okay to be white" flyers. We're literally saying it's okay to be white, and what's the response? No, it's not. It's literally not okay to be white. Plus, we can talk about the campus workshops on white privilege, white racism, the safe spaces, their special privileges, just for non-whites. We even have Black Lives Matter on campuses saying that they should get free housing and tuition for black students because of racism and slavery. I mean, it's just in your face, like how bad it is.